Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Dead by Daylight Hot Takes podcast. I am your host, Sunlight, and welcome co-host Nix to the show. Woo! Let's go.
Hi. Calm down.
She said, "Calm the fuck down."
Because you're literally cutting out, so I can't hear you.
Oh. Anyway, it is good to be back, isn't it? Like, we only... Oh, fuck. When was the last episode of this?
A while ago. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah, I remember
We've done a lot of... We've done a lot of recording together, but not that much about Dead by Daylight, unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you want to look at it.
Yeah, both can go either way. Fortunately or unfortunately. Very fortunately for Dead by Daylight in 2025, because we're going to be doing a Dead by Daylight recap for 2025. Excuse me.
2025. What a year for Dead by Daylight.
Yes, indeed. And what a year for the rest of the world, too. Oh, my God.
Oh, yes.
Anyway,
yes.
So, I jotted down some notes here, and we're going to go over them one by one. This video is going to be an hour long, so I'm going to have to record an hour of footage of Dead by Daylight gameplay for this. Holy shit.
Woo!
Yay! Alright, I just gotta run every toxic perk and then just fucking take the match hostage for an hour, and that's my footage.
Right.
I'll play a couple night games and come back.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so the question for today is going to be, was the year 2025 really that bad for Dead by Daylight? And now, a lot of you are probably slamming on your keyboard right now saying, yes, good God, how dare you ever ask that question? Hear us out. It might have not been as bad as everybody was thinking, at least not for me, or Nix, probably.
Debatable. I haven't really had that much of an opportunity to play, because every time I try and play Dead by Daylight, my PC decides it wants to try and launch itself into the stratosphere.
Hey, tell your PC my mom said hi. Anyway. So, for starters, we're going to be discussing the very first thing that comes to mind in my memory for 2025 is Kaneki.
Yes.
Yeah, very, very interesting killer. And a killer that you have a lot to say about.
I honestly do, and I actually do have a little mini script about it. Let me bring it up real quick.
A mini script. Don't worry, guys. We were totally preparing for this. This was not just like 5 minutes of recording the intro or something. Totally not.
Totally not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally planned
Insert meme. I saw what you deleted.
Insert press X to doubt meme.
Yes. Jeez, I did have a whole script written out for it, because I'm a staunch ghoul defender. Mostly because I think a lot of the hate around him is hyperbole. And I know a lot of people have also started memeing, oh yeah, I hate this killer, I'm gonna start doing stuff like this now, blah blah blah. I'm gonna
insta-DC every time I hear his terror radius.
Yeah, so I can't find the little the little script I had, but the thing about Kaneki or Ghoul overall is they were a little bit overtuned when they were released. I won't sugarcoat that or deny that, because that is a trend with a lot of killers. They either get released a little overkill or underkill, right?
Yeah, there's no in between. So very rarely are they ever balanced out of PTB. Maybe besides Springtrap, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
It's literally the third tier in this list.
So yeah, I think the main reason why a lot of people dislike the Ghoul is because his power is very, very different to what everyone else's powers were at the time. And he, how to say it, people had gotten used to a certain play style or counter play style against certain killers. Run from tile to tile, basically, like, read the shit out of pallets, etc., etc. And while that playstyle hasn't exactly changed, Kaneki, I should say, does counter the majority of that run from loop to loop, pallet to pallet, see yellow, run to yellow type stuff, right?
Yeah.
So people who are used to being able to pre-run, like a mile, the moment they heard the killer's terror radius coming anywhere near them, and being like well and truly safe before the killer gets to that gen, and then because the killer's like, oh, I can't waste time chasing or looking around for survivors who are like, have gone peace out, bitch. That meme with the guy that disappears. So it's just basically So the killer's like, right, got to kick the gen, then I got to go and try and find someone who's not, immersed. Yeah. So I think the main reason why people really do dislike Kaneki is because he counters that Shift plus W play style. He can cut you off before you get to a vault. He can cut you off before you get to a strong tile. He forces a deep wound. Like Legion, and I know a lot of people, Legion is mending simulator, but it's just like, it's a form of alternative slowdown when, they don't have slowdown built into their kit, which, it's fair enough, honestly, in my opinion. I can understand people being frustrated, right?
Yeah.
But it's just like, you guys are kind of complaining about general gameplay that used to be considered skilled gameplay by every killer can literally cut you off. Every killer can block a vault. Every killer can basically, read you and stuff like that. It's just Kaneki is like every other dash killer or killer with a teleport can cut you off faster, Yeah. So while I do admit that there are some legitimate complaints, a lot of people do go a little overboard. And a lot of people also get mad about his hit boxes and the hit scanning, but the thing is, if I remember correctly, there was it was a dev stream or something, or a dev blog or something, where they said they, in a pre-alpha or an alpha build, they wanted to have Kaneki be skill shot like Slinger, but landing the second consecutive hit, which would have been a down, right?
Oh yeah.
Was actually next to impossible on controller and console. Oh, so he was he was made into a hit scan to make it a lot more accessible to people who play on controller, because they have mobility issues with their hands, or they are, they're on PlayStation, Xbox, etc.
Yeah, Switch, God forbid.
Yeah. So it's like, I understand the frustration, but it's just for ease of access. It's kind of like how with the Trickster rework year before, they removed the recoil because the recoil was artificial and annoying. Yeah.
I want to inject my two pieces here. I feel like a lot of people were complaining about Kaneki 2 was because they just didn't want to learn the counterplay to him, or they just wanted to pull another Skull Merchant and have them nerf from the game and bring back Nurse and Blight, the people are really good at. Because for some fucking reason, the Survivor main's mentality is, oh, if I learn to counter 2 killers, like, I don't need to counter the rest of the fucking roster. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, why should I inject thousands of hours into a game that I play for thousands of hours to learn? I just want to turn my brain off, which is what Blight and Nurse effectively are. And it's just like, no, you fuckhead. Like, you can't turn your brain off to this game unless you're just actively trying to throw the game. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if you played against the killer for every single match to no end, then yeah, you could turn your brain off against that killer. But for everyone else, like, there has to be some skill involved in it, like, or there has to be some line of thinking that isn't just see yellow, go to yellow. You know, like monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah, and
Kaneki
sorry,
kind of... Sorry, no, you're fine. And Kaneki kind of, like, was a perfect counter to that because you couldn't just shift W anymore. You had to, like, zigzag a little bit. You had to zigzag to avoid the thing, and if you get caught, he shoot... Like, if you don't get caught, he shoots past you. But if you do get caught, so what? Like, you just gain extra distance because the rage thing takes for fucking ever to get through. Like, the rage thing takes 3 to 5 business days, and, you know, you're already there. Sure, he can catch up to you, but you have plenty of time to put a few walls behind you. Or pre-drop, like, 5,000 pallets before whatever.
Yeah, I've also seen, like, people on, like, Reddit and Twitter,
Reddit.
yeah, so they're basically, like, they post, like, these videos of how the hell does this count as a hit, and it's basically them turning a corner just as Ghoul's hitbox is probably, like, there's a delay in the hitbox versus, like, the animation, so the animation of you being hit plays before Ghoul actually
hits you.
Teleports towards you or flings himself towards you. And people are like, oh, this is bullshit. I got hit through this terrain, or I got hit through this wall as they go through into a jungle, a tile. And it's just like, yeah, it's like Huntress's hatchets. You technically got hit before you rounded the corner. It just looks like it reached through a wall because of the hitbox and lag validation, that sort of thing. I will also admit that there are legitimate hit validation issues with Kaneki, like people being hit through like the floors and that of Saloon, and Coal Tower and a couple of other multi-level stuff. That is like legitimate, like a legitimate complaint, but it's also like a bug. It's like, it's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's a bug that's never going to get patched because no one, like, thinks to go to the devs respectfully about it.
Yeah, like, I've seen that bug happen on Slinger, and even the Slinger, like, this actually happened to me. The Slinger just looked down at me as, like, what? He's like...
Excuse me?
Like,
how did that happen?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, no, he literally is just like, it was one of those moments where the killer just basically stopped and is like, did you see the same shit I did? And I'm like, yeah, on the floor, like, how did that happen? And he's like, it's like, does that count as a... It's just like, I could literally see the poor guy, the player being all like, should I hook you? Should I let you wiggle off? Because it's like, technically it wasn't a fair hit. And it's just like, you down me, hook me, mate. That's it. But it's just like, but at the same...
Sorry, you go.
It was just like one of those moments of the killer being a gentleman or a gentle lady, depending on the player. But you know what I mean. It was just complete Dead by Daylight wonk. It's the same reason why Trickster and Huntress's projectiles will sometimes boomerang around corners, or, you know, the meme, Huntress throws mini fridges at you. You know?
I love that meme. Mini fridge hitbox. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so it's just like, people are willing to meme and joke and essentially be, what's the word, gaslit or Stockholm syndromed against all the older killers. But the newer ones is like, oh no, this is the worst thing ever. But it's just like, it's something that's kind of always been in the game. And again, I can also understand the frustrations of constantly going against the same killer over and over again. I remember feeling the same way when Wesker first came out. But yeah.
Oh god. That's a whole separate video. Like, good god.
Yeah.
Wesker by Daylight.
That's another thing I will bring up too, is I feel like some of the hate, and this might just be like in the minority towards Kaneki and Ghoul overall, or the Tokyo Ghoul chapter, is because people don't like anime and they don't consider anime to be a proper horror genre. you know?
Yeah,
you know,
but
like
they're
how some
perfectly
people...
fine with Junji Ito being in the game.
Junji Ito, Resident Evil,
Castlevania, like...
yeah, Castlevania, what's the other one? Silent Hill, which are all anime adjacent.
Yeah, like...
But
those are perfectly fine, but straight up Tokyo Ghoul? Nah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, but it's 3D models. It's not. It doesn't look anime. It's like, bruh, the guys look like anime characters if they were made into 3D models. Like,
fucking Persona 5 did this. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I really don't understand the dislike towards anime, but I guess I get it. It's like, oh, it's cringe weeb stuff. We don't need that stuff in our horror game. But it's just like, horror is a anyway.
And like, it's also kind of justified too, because like moments like fucking Mirai Nikki or Future Diary, that ending is, oh boy, I felt really weird watching it. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
We got the Streetwise Bug Incident. Ugh. Oh god. Okay, I feel like this one is a no-brainer. This was handled fucking horribly.
Yeah.
It's like fucking behavior. Like that one guy, the sweating guy meme, where he's like, "Which button do I press?" And it's like, behavior's like, "Do this responsibly and kill switch the perk, or do nothing about it and have the community scream at us." And he's like, "Oh god. Which one do I press?"
Oh yeah. It's kind of funny, honestly, because ironically, I was talking about this to another friend of mine the other night, and this friend of mine has only listened to me talk about Dead by Daylight. They don't like horror, right? Yeah. They find it gross. But
ew, horror.
I was explaining, yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I basically like explaining the basic gameplay and the premise and like some of the perks and stuff like that. And then I said, because she has also played like MOBAs and stuff like that, so she kind of understands it from that angle. Anyway, so I was explaining to her, whenever there's like a bug or an exploit that specifically targets or affects killers and killer players, it is like kill switched or patched or fixed, like maybe within like 2-3 days. Upon like not like rare instances like the trickster bug that caused like the entire screen to flash white.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a video.
Yeah, that took months. But but most of the time, like when it's like a quote unquote game breaking bug for killer and their perks and stuff like that, it's fixed like really quickly, right? But when it's an exploit or a bug or like a decimal that's been put in the wrong spot when adjusting perks and stuff like that, for survivors, it's often left quite long.
Yeah, like God. Fucking Dead Hard took years to get done. And anti-hemorrhaging syringe, I already made a video about it. It really wasn't that bad. This new iteration's worse. Like, they basically said, alright, we heard you're complaining, we know the add-on isn't that bad, but we're just gonna make it worse because fuck you. We're gonna show you bad. Like, what?
Yeah. The fact that it can now just reset like exhaustion is very dumb.
And with the community manager being like, y'all should have never been introduced or should have known about the kill switch feature.
Yes.
I get where they were coming from with that, because like obviously dealing with a bunch of the community and like getting like hassled to kill switch the perk and like being told what corporate wants you to say. I get that. But in the same sense, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, you don't say that, especially, like, I will say this, they are so much better than how Gun Media handled it. Like, good lord.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that is
said
tame.
About Gun, the better.
Yeah, that is tame compared to, like, devs literally melting down over criticism. But, like, at least...
Yeah, like...
But still, that doesn't justify saying that. And as soon as they said Streetwise isn't considered a game breaking bug or a bug that we're like scurrying around to try and fix, basically they just gave the green light to say, do whatever the fuck you want. We're not going to stop you, or we can stop you, but since it's a survivor perk and survivors are generally most of our player base, we're just gonna conveniently leave it in the game.
Yeah. It was just, I mean, you'd think that they try and make the game less broken is what I want to call it.
Broken. Less spaghetti code.
Less spaghetti code.
Someone needs to finish that damn bowl of spaghetti inside that code and fix this fucking game.
Trust, it's yeah.
It's happening.
But yeah, it's like, I get that certain things are like hard to fix, but when you've got the entire player base, like even survivors, screaming at you to fix this bug, you know it's a problem. It's like it's actively ruining the pace of the game for killers and survivors. And like obviously the few people who say that, oh no, it's fine, it doesn't need fixing, outside of being trolls, are just people who want easy exploits in the game, I guess.
Yeah. They want
legal
easy
hacks,
wins,
I guess. And yeah, and this isn't and easy wins. It's not just it's not just like, oh, survivors just want easy wins, or oh, killers want easy wins. There are just players who just want easy wins. It's like it's a player based issue, not a solely survivor or killer sided issue.
Yeah, it's basically just like everybody wants easy wins. You're not going to get easy wins all the time, so like you're not going to get like. You're not going to face against Team Eternal every match, but you're also not going to get literal lobotomite patients in every match either.
Yeah. It leads into the whole meta thing as well. So it's like people will find the easiest way to win, and if that's like a broken perk or a bugged perk or a bugged power or a bugged map, just basically abuse the exploits, and it's ridiculous. Like, what was that one on RPD? You could only walk up one set of stairs on one side, and then you couldn't walk down it or something about an invisible wall.
I don't remember that, but I do remember like an interrogation room bug where you couldn't crawl to a certain point of the room before the fucking invisible wall blocked it for killers. I remember that.
Oh yeah, wasn't there one on Swamp as well? Like, you go near one of the boats.
Oh yeah, that was so stupid. Like, literally, like actually Swamp and Autohaven, I think. Yeah, Autohaven. Like, God. Yeah. That was so fucking stupid. Like, you chase someone in Shack and you get screwed over because the fucking invisible wall is there. And it's like, what the hell, behavior?
Yeah, I guess that kind of bug, if it's persistent, I'm guessing the game is trying to spawn like a terrain item or something there that survivors or something can use. So like, say it's a spawn point for like a chest or a generator, and and of course the killers can't go in that area to interact with it, so it doesn't it doesn't physically spawn, but it sort of like the game thinks that it's there even though you can't see it, so survivors can just run to this particular spot. Or a hook. That reminds me, I did actually come across one bug on Shack on the few moments where I was able to get the game to cooperate without my computer launching into space. Was how sometimes you can get hook spawning on one of the corners of Shack? I had a moment where I was looping a survivor around Shack. There was no hook there, but the game collision thought that there was, so I kept running into like this invisible wall. And the survivor was like, what the hell? Like, the survivor even noticed. People like to say that this game is so sweaty, but you can sometimes get survivors who are just like, what the fuck is this bullshittery that's happening here? Yeah, like, what is, like, even then, some survivors are like, what the fuck? This is what you have to deal with? Yeah, it's nice little moments of camaraderie like that make the slog that is Dead by Daylight a very nice experience from time to time.
Yeah, just wait until that camaraderie goes on cooldown, and we'll be back to us versus them in no time.
Oh yes, indeed. What's next on the list, Captain?
All right, finally some positive. We got FNAF. Oh my god, I love this chapter to bits. It's so good. It's so good. To everybody who is saying the map sucks, fuck you. Fuck you. The map does not suck. It's not great, but it's not as bad as y'all was saying it was. It is by far the best representation of a pizzeria since, I want to say, Pizzeria Simulator. Because you can actually build your own one. I'm not going to count Security Breach because, good God, the Pizzaplex, if that was a map, I would crash out. But no, just all the Easter eggs and oh my god, Springtrap design. Oh, this video is going to be 3 hours long because I'm just going to be gushing over the FNAF chapter. Anyway, I'm gonna just shut up so you can get your pieces out.
Right. So my thoughts about the chapter. I will admit I was a little bit disappointed, but that's kind of to be expected, because it was a highly anticipated chapter.
Oh yeah.
And there was a lot of leak content around it, and people who were very adamant because FNAF is for kids, when it's just most of the kids who grew up watching FNAF are in the early to mid 20s now, or if you're like me, you're a little bit older.
Yeah. If you're like me, you're about to turn 20.
I feel like it sometimes. I wish I could go back to being 20. Anyway, some things that are problems with FNAF, the FNAF chapter, like the complaints about the maps, I do understand. I guess their main thing is it just feels like, the pizzeria is just plopped down in the middle of a forest, and I get that. There probably should have been a bit of a road or a parking lot somewhere. I kind of understand where they come from with that imagine if it looked more like how it was presented in the first movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's what people were expecting it to look like, and, I kind of understand where they're coming from, but on the flip side, I think if it looked like that, it would have looked too similar to Greenville Square.
Yeah, everybody was already saying that the map is just a carbon copy of Greenville Square, which, no, it's not. Some reused assets, yes, but every fucking game known to existence uses reused assets sometimes. So that's, not even a good point. There's not even a good argument. That's just... Yeah. Forgive me for saying this, fucking retarded.
Oh, really can't say that word anymore, but... Yeah, well, I
maybe.
get this.
Well, I'm just gonna test it out and see it, and if this gets demonetized, I'll just go back and censor it. But still,
yeah.
But just hang on. But just the fact that everybody was saying it was just a carbon copy of Greenville was so stupid to me, because Greenville is a way bigger map than FNAF is, and
yeah.
There's no statue in the middle of it, obviously, but I really wish they could have added some more elements to it, maybe have what they did with Silent Hill, where the killer's from FNAF 3 and the map is from FNAF 1, and maybe I don't know, something on the map could have been from FNAF 2, I don't know, something like that, but
yeah.
I wanted to say Survivor, but there's absolutely no survivors. Not no survivors, but there's no survivor currently that would fit FNAF 2.
Yeah.
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 Now oh, yeah, you go. I was going to say, well, let's get on to the killer.
I was just going to say, the survivor for FNAF, I guess instead of releasing a survivor, they could have released a, a security guard uniform, basically, like, they made shirts for everyone, so they could have made like a security guard uniform, like male, female, and then just fit it across both of the player models, because, you know, the players, unlike killers, are skins pretty much, the survivors, I should say, because, you know, but, you know, not have it be a linked outfit. So if you just want to have, like, or, you know, like, use a diner uniform like they have from the movies, again, they could have had, like, the Faz. Yeah, like, you know. But, yeah, I kind of understand why people are upset about the lack of a survivor, but, again, it's just, like, the character that you are playing as in FNAF, at least as a security guard, is mostly you. It's like, it's like, what is it? It's like the most recent security guards or player characters for FNAF, Gregory, Cassie, and the new guy Arnold, I think is his name.
Yeah, Arnold and Cassie? Wait, what? Where do we get the players Cassie? Oh, right, Cassie, Ruin. Right.
Yeah, Ruin.
I forgot about that. I was like, wait a minute. Because I was thinking of Cassidy. The Golden Freddy, no.
Not Cassidy. Oh, and the kid from Into the Pit too. But even then, it's like that's
Oswald?
not even a Oswald. But that's not even, like, you know, a traditional FNAF game, really. I mean, none of the games are traditional FNAF games. But you get what I mean, right?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. So
I guess they could have used survivors in the movie, but I think what they're doing,
I mean, they'd still be, right, Vanessa and Mike. They wouldn't be able to put Abby in unless they, like, aged her up.
Yeah, kind of like what they did with Dustin and Eleven.
Yeah.
What I think they're doing is, I think the first FNAF chapter, because obviously there's going to be a chapter 2, was kind of like a warm-up to test the waters, to see if Scott would like it and stuff like that, to see what the community would think. And the FNAF chapter 2 is going to be bigger. Like, we're going to get a killer, we're going to get another killer, we're going to get 2 survivors, like, maybe not a map, but, like, you know, maybe a tome or something, like maybe more cosmetics, I don't know. The sky's the limit with how much, you know, you can do with the FNAF series in Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Now let's go on. What?
Sorry, this actually does kind of lean into what you were going to say. I think it would be kind of fun to have Lillard's Aston from the movie as a survivor and as a killer. It'd be like taken from 2 different timelines.
True, but I'm not sure how that would work.
Yeah, I don't know how it would work.
They would also have to get Matthew Lillard back in the studio to record the voice lines, which I don't think they would want to do that.
Yeah,
because Lillard already, like, took time out of his day to voice Yellow Rabbit, so I highly doubt he's going to want to voice a survivor version of himself.
But you never know.
Yeah, true. Anyway,
but yeah,
moving on to Springtrap finally. Sorry, not to dismiss any of your points, but oh my god, the killer is just so good. The power, though, I was really, really upset with it at first when they announced it at the stream. Because, like, you and I both were like, I think you and I were both like, throwing the axe was just fucking stupid. Because,
yeah.
Like, it's because it was like just another huntress, and like the power basically sounded like Kratos from God of War. Like,
yeah,
we were leaning towards what River Silver was saying, but not as bad as he was saying it.
Yeah.
But then I kind of had an epiphany, or not an epiphany, like a realization, like a come to Jesus moment, where it was like, hold on, maybe there's a deeper meaning for the axe. And then it kind of like dawned on me that, like, oh yeah, maybe Scott was like looking at like a bunch of fan projects, and he noticed that Springtrap always had a fire axe with him. So in order to kind of like appease the fans a little bit, like fan service, they added the axe in his power, which, yeah, is nice and all. But then again, like, that was like the only realistic thing they could have possibly done with him, because like I am so fucking tired of hearing, well, like, Afton could have controlled all of the robots, and like, you know, they could have done different effects. I'm like, no, No, you're basically wanting another night with extra steps. Like, no. Then we would have had, like, oh, but it would have been more unique. No. Nothing about that sounds unique. It sounds stupid. Because Afton in the games was never able to control the animatronics. None of them. They were just very, very angry kids. But in the movie and the book, they kind of fucking threw that all out the window. I'm not even counting the movie as canon to the games. That is its own separate universe. Like, no matter what. Like, that's its own separate universe. And the books, on the other hand, I'm not sure if you can control the animatronics in the books, but I may have to go back and reread them, but yeah. The base design for Springtrap, fucking amazing. One of the best, like, interpretations of FNAF 3 ever. Like, we finally get a fully humanoid corpse inside Springtrap instead of it just being a head on endoskeleton with intestines around it. Which, granted, I understand why Scott did that, and it was really fucking cool at the time, but it got really outdated really quickly after a couple years. And with Help Wanted just not even doing the bare minimum of keeping Springtrap,
yeah.
Dead by Daylight was definitely a welcome change.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to Scott, when he did make the original Springtrap model, he's not really meant to be seen clearly, so
yeah,
it makes sense. He's meant to be seen through very specific angles and very specific lighting, which is why, you know, you only see the skull, you only see, like, the visceral gore and shit around, like, you know, his middle and the stuff around his legs and stuff like that. Yeah, and then when he tried to do Scrap Trap, like, I get what he was going for, but it's just like
it was so bad. It was so bad.
It wasn't the best. But, you know, humans, especially human corpses, are hard to model without making them look ridiculous. And they age really badly. Like, I remember going back and looking at some old stuff from Resident Evil or Silent Hill, and it's just like some of the more corpse-like monsters look a little bit, people found this scary?
Yeah, like, especially the older Resident Evil games, but we'll
yes,
get to that.
That's a tech...
Yeah, that's another topic entirely.
Yeah.
But I really feel like they really nailed it out of the they really hit it out of the park with Springtrap's design, especially the corpse, because, like, it actually looks like William Afton's corpse, and I like how it's red with a little hint of purple within it in certain lighting. Like, it's like red with purple, as if, like, they knew what the fuck they were doing when they designed it.
Yeah.
And with the AR cosmetics, really wish they didn't go with the AR cosmetic route, but I'm really glad they took 2 from them instead of just making that in his entire cosmetic set, you know?
Yeah.
Toxic Springtrap, really good. I like his design way better than the original, where it's just like, it looks blighted. Oh, don't even get me started on Blighted Springtrap. I'll get to that in a minute. But where it's just a bunch of pustules on him. Clown Springtrap looks ripped straight from the game. Like, it's that good. Like, he looks ripped straight from the game. And I love how, like, in Dead by Daylight, it looks like he has makeup on the corpse. That's kind of like a funny little gimmick there.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
What was I going to say? Oh, yes. So the one thing I like the most about Springtrap's design is that it is the first proper 3D model that we have of Springtrap, and it is the most on-model 3D model. I understand that, you know, Steelwool, when they did the Help Wanted Springtrap stuff, like, it looks good, but, you know, it's like it's got some VR wonk nonsense with the model, and he doesn't look like there's a corpse inside. He just looks like a really awkwardly rigged robot.
Gameplay
wise,
in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why he's green in some spots, but never mind. I do think. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Jeez. You pretty much said a lot of what I was going to say, but as going on for the killer, his power, I like the teleporting. I think that's really cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the teleporting.
I wish that there was more of an incentive for survivors to use the doors, or at least the cameras, because it just, otherwise it just feels like it's a decoration there for the sake of it. I like the fact that, you know, if you do manage to catch a survivor inside, you will jump scare them and it catches them.
Yeah.
That is a really cool detail. Like, especially seeing it from the survivor side and Springtrap side, like that's a really nice attention to detail. You know, like Springtrap, you know, like when you're playing Springtrap, you just come out through the door, you see the survivor, they turn and they scream, and as you run at them, and then, you know, it's twice as cool seeing it from the survivor side, in my humble opinion. When, you know, like you're in the office and you know you're caught because, you know, you're stuck there, you're looking around, and then you see Springtrap coming through the door, and you're just like, oh fuck!
Oh
like,
shit!
It's legitimately terrifying. Not gonna lie, like I'm sort of desensitized to it now, but it's just like
At
it
first
still
you were like,
gets me.
shit!
Yeah, no, it's like it really, but you know, it really captures that FNAF feel of, you know, FNAF 3, you can't ward off Springtrap anymore, and he's like at your door, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Especially the axe grab mechanic, which River says it's just for show, which I call complete bullshit on that. Like, you know, you grab, like, you embed it in the axe if you're fucking lucky enough to hit the survivor. You grab it,
Yeah.
and then you jump scare them, and then you just completely avoid flashlights. Like, seriously,
Yeah.
the animation the animation ends so fucking fast, and you're able to move, like, right after that, so you can just immediately look down if somebody's trying to, like, flashlight blind you. It's crazy. Like, it's so worth it. Like, it's a high risk, high reward type thing, especially if you run Celebrate Poster, which, oh, it's so fun.
Yeah, I really like that mechanic too. Again, going in with the axe, as you said, we were both disappointed that it was an axe, and it is a fan service decision. But the power has kind of warmed up on me. I just wish, I don't know, it had something more to do with his doors, but that's just, it's like, I don't know, it feels like there's two concepts for Springtrap here, and they've just been mushed together.
Yeah.
But they kind of work in a very harmonious way. It's kind of like, you know, if, I don't know, they somehow managed to make the Legion, all 4 members be a part of, like, the singular Legion's gameplay. You can, to go on, you can see how far Dead by Daylight has come from, like, a small indie game to
having
what it is today.
In it.
Yeah. Yeah, and everyone's like, oh, they'll never add FNAF. FNAF isn't scary enough. It's like, it's a pop culture icon, my guy.
Like,
anyway.
Skins. The legendaries. Ooh.
Oh my god, the Glitch Trap skin.
Yes, thank you.
Glitch Trap cosmetic. It is probably my favorite cosmetic. Mostly because I just love Glitch Trap. And it's a very interesting and nuanced take on the, or I should say a new take with I always come back. Like instead of being the zombie bunny route, he's now a fucking virus that can basically, like, can't survive. Well, actually can survive, I should say. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. But he can't, so I like the fact that he's a virus and that he kind of, like, jumps from host to host, and it kind of, like, creates a bit of a cult, almost.
The after
cult. The cult of Glitch Trap.
The cult of Trap.
I kind of wish that Security Breach had actually leaned more into that, rather than, you know, what they ended up going with. But I've got a theory about that, but that's for a completely different video.
A game theory!
But, yeah. I like the fact that Glitch Trap has been added to the realm, and it's just like, even the entity is like, I don't know how this thing got here or what it is.
But
it just appeared.
It's killing people, so let's just go.
Yeah.
Matthew fucking Lillard, the best of the two legendaries. He is by far the GOAT, and I mained him for so long. I mained him for too long because he's so fucking good, especially with like the white man jump scare. I was expecting him to have like a slightly different Mori, but unfortunately legendaries don't come with separate Moris, so obviously like he wasn't going to have anything like that. But the fact that we ended up getting the white man jump scare to complement the white woman jump scare is funny to me. And like his voice lines where he's like, "Holly, holly, oxen free, holly, holly, oxen free, ready or not, here I come." It's like so good because you can kind of like, you can hear how much he's having fun in a sadistic type of way.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised they even let him curse in the game. Cause I don't know, I don't remember if he cursed in the movie or not, but I do remember he cursed. He does curse. He's like, "Damn!" He doesn't say fuck or anything like that, but like,
yeah, no, he doesn't go complete exclusives like Chucky.
I think he's, "I'm gonna break that fucking flashlight over your fucking head." I think he does. I think he does like drop a shit somewhere in there. like the word, like not like the word, not literally. But I like the sleep. Good night, sleep tight. Or like his super funny lines towards Nicolas Cage, where he's like, where like no one knew like that was possible because no one ever plays fucking Nicolas Cage anymore, and he's like, "What are you doing here? Your agent sucks." And as he's killing him, he's like, "By the way, I'm a huge fan."
Yes. Oh my god. Oh yeah, the Springtrap Mori. So this is something we should probably talk about as well. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the Springtrap Mori?
I think it's kind of underwhelming, but not in like a bad way. I get like they couldn't obviously go over the top with Springtrap. I wish they could have added like the spring lock failure to it, where like he shoves the survivors inside a suit, like a Funtime Freddy suit or something like that, and it closes up and it spring locks right there. But I understand like why they couldn't do that. It was like too much time to implement that. So Shreddy Faz chair, but an endoskeleton was definitely a better choice. But like it's not bad. It's not terrible. It's like very very short and simple, very sweet. I wish they didn't make like I wish there wasn't a bug where like Springtrap gets back up after you Mori him, because like it's basically just a pay to lose at that point, because like the Mori now takes like 30 fucking years longer to get through.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, the legendaries don't even have that. So why does Springtrap have it now? Also, can I just say, Glitch Trap shushing the survivors at the end, like shh, is so fucking like not even like it's character fitting, and it kind of implies that he's saying shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I do like how Glitch Trap is definitely more of a paranormal entity, even within the realm. But yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely think the buzzsaw endoskeleton is probably a compromise to what they wanted to do with like him shoving people inside a springlock suit, because then that way the suit doesn't have to open back up and then they have to drop down, that kind of thing, and it's a lot more satisfying than him just like, I don't know, strangling them or stabbing them or anything like that,
or so fucking eating them like one of the concept videos did.
Oh god, yeah.
Anyway, moving on to the fourth and final one for this episode, The Walking Dead chapter. Oh god, do I have a lot to say about this.
Oh boy.
Okay, should I start first?
Go ahead.
First of all, what the fuck happened to Rick's voice? Like he talks like fucking Moses Andrew Lincoln. Is that his actor's name? I think. I think so.
I don't know.
I think so. If I got that wrong, I'm sorry. But the fact that his actor plays like him when he's talking, but then you hear "Goo Gaga" like when he's like on the hook, or it's so fucking annoying. It's like Jonah going
You've cut out completely.
Damn it, I cut out again, but still. It's just like Michonne, like the fact that they talk to each other is great. I love that. Michonne, definitely a good character. Her voice, it kind of got me. It took me a little bit to get used to, but then again, I never heard her voice in the show, so I can't really say anything about that. I could just not get over Rick's fucking scream. It is so bad. I can't even play him because of the scream. Daryl, on the other hand, I have not played Daryl. I can't say anything about that. But just the sheer amount of bugs this chapter released in is just completely blows FNAF out of the water. Like, you thought FNAF bugs were bad. FNAF was a cakewalk. I would rather go back to those bugs than experience the Walking Dead bugs. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It was a dumpster fire of a chapter, which should have been a slam dunk, for the second highly requested license in history. And the fucking map is terrible. The main building is not even worthy of being called a main building. It's that bad. It's basically just Shack with Walking Dead themes, and it's so bad. It's like, oh god, Behavior, what are you doing?
Yeah, like you've already said what I was probably going to say about the chapter in itself. I want to talk about that fucking excuse of a live stream.
Oh yeah, that's actually like 5th on our thing.
Okay.
But we can no. We can slam those two together since they're pretty much close to each other.
Fair enough. But yeah, that joke of a live stream, and it has, I think, inadvertently resulted in a cheater pandemic, or epidemic, I should say, within Dead by Daylight, because they couldn't swallow their pride and just admit that Otz, who is a little bit more experienced when it comes to stopping, these bad faith actors from getting into the servers to DDoS and overload the servers and stuff. It's just the complete and utter arrogance of the people there just absolutely probably did not help what was already a very lackluster launch. And it's just like, what the fuck, guys? Like, seriously. Otz had a solution to stop the DDoS, and you're like, it's like, no, we don't trust Otz's mods to sit in there, when it's just like, come on, it's Otz. He has to have these mods. They're mods from his streams. They know what they're doing. They can be trusted. They're not going to sabotage the thing. And it's just like, so they couldn't play the game and they couldn't promote the chapter and try and smooth over any kind of bumps and bruises. Instead, they just decided to freaking floor it down the hill and freaking slam dunk into a fucking tree.
Yeah, they
my guy.
Like they took the screw off the roller coaster and it collapsed as soon as it started going.
Yeah. Oh gosh, you could have seen that happening.
Yeah, and it's like and they had Chandler muted for all of the stream on Behavior's side. It's so fucking. It was so bad. And you can see the aftermath and other people's streams. Like, hey, Otz wanted to. Oh, you're just gonna wipe his ass. You're just gonna wipe your ass with that whole suggest. Okay, yeah, gotcha.
It's just like, and the fact that it was live as well which probably is what emboldened the people to do the DDoS thing, because it's like, oh, it's live, we can troll people live, so let's troll behavior, and it's just like,
I'm a virgin with no girlfriend.
yeah. And it also, as I said, it's led into a cheater epidemic at the moment, in that it's just basically shown to these people who use the hacks to troll and try and be funny, and that sort, just to basically be nuisances. Basically, they have been given like carte blanche, however you say it, to basically go whole hog and full mask off, and just basically, piss off streamers, piss off regular players, and just because they think, haha, it's funny, ha ha ha.
Yeah, like the hackers are just taking all of it out and showing it to the world. They're just like slamming it down on the table and just showing it to the world.
Literally just showing that Dead by Daylight is the easiest game to hack and cheat in, because the easy cheat or the anti-cheat is just
dog shit.
Yeah, just dog shit. And it's just like and I think what makes it worse is it also emboldens the subtle cheaters, who are basically people who no skill at the game, and watch me get DDoSed or doxed or something, I don't know. But it's just like,
this is where Nex lives.
Come at me, bitch. But yeah, it's just like something. It's like, it ruins the fun for everyone, because it's just like when nearly everyone is in the lobby as a hacker, or you've got people who are defending the hacker or hackers or stuff like that. It's like, I don't know.
Leave my hacker friend alone.
Yeah. So yeah, that the fact that it was live is on a live stream, and then behaviors basically decided to be wishy-washy and not do anything, and it's just, fuck you.
Yeah.
Literally, it's like, you had the chance to show to your player base that you take this stuff seriously, that you have the opportunity and the chances to be professional while on stream, and it's just like, instead you decided to pull your pants down and moon the audience. What the hell? I don't know who their freaking, their stream manager team is or anything, but it's just like, the entire company just needs training, literal toolbox training. It's basically on how to interact with the customer base, how to behave on on live stream and stuff like that, how to be more organized.
Yeah.
I don't they don't instill confidence. It's like what we were talking about earlier, how people want to complain and just get a lot of the killers nuked into F tier because they experienced that power with Skull Merchant, and so these
survivor mains
will just freaking. Sorry, I'm tired. You can tell.
Yeah. I can tell. You're sorry. Get off the booze, Nix. I'm kidding.
Shut up. But yeah, it's just like the devs don't give off the best air of confidence, because they always just bend and cripple and bow down to every single whim, or they don't want to. I don't know. It feels like they don't want to ruffle feathers, almost, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but they end up ruffling the feathers of literally everybody else doing that.
Yeah. So it's just like I'm left to wonder what the hell their thought processes are, because it's just like they're not. It feels like they're trying to bend to a kind of we need to follow the numbers, and then we also need to listen to the CEOs, because we need to get the head pats from the CEOs and the people who control the money. But yeah, it's just a complete mess, and I'm a complete mess because I've lost my train of thought several times.
All right, we're gonna take one side note here and then end off the episode. We got Pinheads and Myers removal. Oh no, 2 chapters gone. Man, where do I start? I guess I'm gonna start with Myers, because he's the only one I have a lot of nice things to say. Myers was definitely a good addition to the game. He's what really kickstarted Dead by Daylight to be this juggernaut it is today. And without him, this game would not have existed. And without him, we would not be talking about Dead by Daylight right now. And to be fair, without him, we wouldn't be having all these YouTubers say, "Oh, Dead by Daylight is dead. Dead by Daylight's dying. Dead by Daylight's totally gonna die soon." Or like, "New Dead by Daylight killer releasing in March of 2026," or something like that. It's like, what? Why? What? Like, calm down. I know how much I'll hate the game, but just hate it a little longer before we, start saying it's dead, because it's probably not going to die anytime soon.
No.
But yeah, all of his perks, the introduction to the obsession mechanic, Laurie Strode, which of course, they both released fucking busted. The Myers rework, I haven't really tested it, so I can't really say anything on that. Haddonfield, glad that map is fucking gone. It's Springtrap's best map, but that's as far as I'm gonna say. This is the only good thing I'm gonna say about Haddonfield. You can go die in a fire for all I care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You say your piece. You say your piece.
Yeah. So Maya's leaving Dead by Daylight is it's a big thing. It is, but at the same time, it's licenses come and go. It was always not a case of if but when, and that's with any of the IP stuff with Dead by Daylight. But that said, the case of Myers being removed is also what's the word? It also leaves the door open that he could come back. I mean, Demo Doggy did, so so I'm going to say that Michael Myers could end up walking back into the fog to be ready for purchase again. And also, again, it's not like Myers is going to be completely removed from Dead by Daylight. People who brought him are still going to be able to use him. Yeah. Same with Laurie. So it's not like he's disappearing. It's more like a goodbye for now, but not forever kind of thing. Or at least that's how it feels to me.
Yeah, it's just goodbye for now, Eddie.
Yes. So I think, as you were saying, the reason why a lot of Dead by Daylight has probably survived as long as it has, and still is going fairly strong, is because of the IP entering into the fog. And I think that is Dead by Daylight's biggest strength when it comes to other ASIMs that are often touted as, oh, this is going to be competition for Dead by Daylight. No, it's not going to be competition for Dead by Daylight. If anything, it'll probably just be a blip and then will probably disappear, because unlike, say, Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Video Game Horror is it Video Game or Video Horror Society or
Video Horror Society?
Yeah, Video Horror Society, and what was that other one? Killer Clowns.
Yeah,
Texas,
Killer Clowns in Outer Space.
Yeah, so unlike those who only have the one IP to kind of rely on, and unlike those IPs where the novelty wore off really quickly, or they just handled certain things really poorly. With Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and as much as I like the game, watching the gameplay and the high level gameplay always just involved camping a specific objective that the victims had to get done, or rushing objectives as the victims to try and keep the family from coming after you. So it's riveting gameplay. It's just standing still and then occasionally coming and smacking someone with a knife.
Yeah.
Which ended up kind of not being new player friendly, even a month after launch for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And it was if you aren't playing as this certain victim, or if you don't have the specific build as family or victim or whatever, it's you were essentially just throwing the match. It was and then of course, if you're the last surviving victim, you could essentially just be bullied by the family. Oh, yeah. Because if you were playing smart and weren't getting didn't get caught, yeah, it was just you know, in the end, it's just like it got really, 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 really boring. Even though the maps and the mechanics, I think, were very, very unique when it came to that. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, this is yeah, I can see why it like fell off hard.
Oh yeah.
Which is obviously not what happened to Dead by Daylight, because Dead by Daylight, it found not only its niche but also the whole, oh, Michael Myers is here. I can play as Michael Myers as the killer.
And it wasn't even held down by like a specific license either.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, not only did they have their own original stuff, so what was it, the first 4 killers were original, so that was Wraith, Trapper, Huntress, Doctor? No,
it was Wraith, Trapper, Hillbilly, and it was first 3, and Nurse was the next original chapter.
Yeah, that's right. Don't know why I thought Doctor. I guess because, you know, older killer. So yeah, so not only did they have those, but you also had, like, they very clearly were mirroring like other IPs at the time, like Trapper's Jason, Wraith, I'm not sure. Hillbilly is obviously Bubba, you know?
Yeah, which he's in the game.
Yeah. So when you know, eventually, like, the first IP, Michael Myers, came after Nurse, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was after Nurse.
Yeah, so then it's just like people are like, oh wait, they actually, this little indie game actually got the attention of the IP holder, and it's just like, holy crap, I can actually play as Michael Myers in the game. Holy shit, this is cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it was almost an unheard of concept at the time. And then obviously with that success, it then cemented the you know, further IP acquisitions and licenses in the down the road. Like, then I can't remember who came after Myers, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Now, on to the one IP that I have a burning passion of hating. Pinhead. I am glad this fucker is gone. He has tormented me. He has tormented me every fucking game I have played him against. He is the one killer I will break my no DC penalty rule, or my no DC rule. Like, it's Vecna, I've gotten a little better at countering Vecna, but Pinhead, he is the one killer I will forever DC against, because he is such a fucking annoying killer, and I hate him so fucking much. I am glad he's gone. We do not need more Pinhead mains in this fucking game than we already do now.
Alright, so I think my thoughts on Pinhead, because I have played him a little bit, he does take a lot of finessing.
I'm kidding.
He does take a lot of finessing, I will say that. But I don't think he's that bad, honestly, when he's being played kind of chill. I also dislike the playstyle that he encourages, and that is like, I get that, you know, in order to, you have to pick up the box, so to pick up the box you got to solve the box, and then that stops the chain hunts. But the most annoying thing is the people who play Pinhead, they will always drop a chase to go for the box.
Yeah.
And it just bugs the absolute shit out of me. Like, I get it's a viable strategy, but it's like the same way. It's kind of like, you know, like Impossible Skill Check Doctor, right? It's just the game. It's just the gameplay style that a lot of people tend to do, and they think, again, and it goes back to the whole meta thing, find the easiest way to win. And I have also been against, I guess when one day when I was playing Survivor against a Pinhead who kept doing this, I pretty much turned around and said, can you please, like, just commit to a chase? He's like, oh, but I ended up winning anyway. I'm like, yeah, because you know, you would just keep teleporting, and it was so annoying. And they're like, oh, but I'm just doing, like, period accurate, no, was it not period accurate?
Lore accurate.
Lore accurate Pinhead, because he teleports to everyone who opens the box.
Period accurate. Jesus.
I don't know. I said period accurate, but lore accurate Pinhead. It's just like, but like I said, I understand the thought process, but it's just like if you try that in a higher MMR lobby, you're going to get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
He just got lucky because he was in a low. And I know this sounds like, he just got lucky, but it's like, no, he literally was just lucky he was in a low skill MMR. Because I will admit, I'm not the best at Survivor. I'm not the best at Dead by Daylight. I am absolute gutter trash when it comes to this game, but I play it anyway.
Because I'm addicted to it.
Yeah, I'm a panda. I'm a trash panda. Anyway,
you're a raccoon.
Yes.
Now everyone's gonna draw Nix as a raccoon.
I hope not. What was I saying? But yeah, I can understand why people aren't as upset about Pinhead leaving as much as they are about Myers. I do think it's unfortunate when you do lose the rights to an IP anyway. And again, as I said with the whole Myers thing, it also leaves the door open for him to come back. But again, it depends how well his game, because I think that's the main reason why Pinhead's leaving, is because there is a Hellraiser game coming out later this year, early next year.
February this year, maybe?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it might be February this year. I'm not. Yeah, it's sometime this year. I know that much. I can't remember if it was single player or if it was co-op, but either way, I am looking forward to it. I actually might pick it up and try and play it because it does look really promising from those few teaser trailers.
Oh yeah.
Because and that goes back to what to Myers as well, is that the IP may have been removed from Dead by Daylight because Gunn got the rights to Friday the 13th.
You mean Halloween?
Halloween, yeah. I always get Jason and Myers mixed up. I will probably get skewered for that.
Because Gunn had Friday the 13th. You mean the one movie he isn't in?
Well, you know what I mean. It's
I know what you mean, but like I just had to make you feel stupid.
I always get them mixed up. It's just a thing. I don't know why. I just get them mixed up.
Because they're basically the same fucking character minus backstory.
Yeah, that is essentially it. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it is the truth. And like, I own hot take on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but the film isn't actually that scary.
It's not. All right, well, that's going to be it for this podcast episode, everyone. We are currently way out of time. Good God, this is an hour and 14 minutes long. But I had fun bullshitting about Dead by Daylight hot takes. And if you have any hot takes, let us know in the comments below. We will be sure to include you in the next episode. And yeah, this is your host and co-host Nix signing off. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.